Hey guys, here. Today I want to do the top 10 starting pitchers in MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty. Basically, I'm not going to take into price or how they're acquired, just the 10 best. So that you're looking to update your staff. I'll do this for other positions too, if you guys like this. If you're looking to upgrade your staff, just basically move on up the list. Obviously, some are going to be harder to acquire than others. Some are time locked, the signature, Kershaw, Nolan, that kind of stuff. Other one are just price locked or achievement unlocked, like the Bumgarner. But we'll get to that, and we'll talk about each one as I go through my top 10. And then at the end, maybe I'll do some notables that I kind of just missed the cut. All right, number 10, I'm going to put Cy Young. Now, 96 overall is very high, right? And he's a very good card. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a solid. And here's the thing: I'm doing this based off like Hall of Fame, World Series and above. So why is Cy Young number 10 and not a little higher? It's hard to kind of rationalize between like certain tiers. Like so 10 and I would say 6, those guys are pretty close to each other in my mind. And then there's kind of like 4 and 5 and then top 3, or maybe even 4, 5, 3, then top 2. So that's kind of where I'm ranking. But basically, Cy Young's number 10 for no particular reason. I could put him as high as number 6, and I would be fine with that ranking. Fastball tops in at 94. Not exactly like super overpowering with that. Is probably his biggest weakness. Otherwise, his per nines are very good. Very good control of the ball with the walks per nine and control stats at 99 and 94. Home runs per nine at 96. That is going to deflate any big power players. But at the higher level, everybody's kind of realized it's almost impossible to hit home runs against the pitchers that people are pitching with that home run per nine. So there are a lot of content kind of guys there. So you need stuff that gets people to miss. And yeah, he's got stuff. He's got a curveball, changeup, screwball. All pretty decent. Screwball, sweeping curve, and curve. All are kind of like, there's a little bit of slide, but they're kind of, similar actions. If he had a slider, he'd be a little bit better in my opinion, or a slurve instead of the sweeping curve. Sweeping curve is not terrible. Yeah, so a changeup there at 80 is also pretty nice. I like changeups being super slow, like the Juan Marichal. We'll get to that in a little while. So, if I said that, did I say that right? Marichal? I hate that. So Cy Young, very good card. I don't think he'll be disappointed. He's only 33K right now. That's actually up from when he was available in packs by like 10, 20K, or 10 to 12K. Number 9 on the list is going to be Chris Sale. Now, yeah, he's playing up today, especially when he's playing up. Now, all the live series cards are better when they're playing up, of course. They're going to pitch a little bit better. But Chris Sale, there's something about his delivery that I have the darndest time hitting. So, 96, so he throws some pretty decent gas there. He's got a slider, changeup. But if you face Sale a lot, you can hit him. Maybe I could see you wanting to rank him a little bit lower in your list. But against me, and just seeing a 79 in the event so much, it's a tough windup to hit for a lot of people. But if he's getting hit, and if they know how to hit Sale, they really hit Sale. So maybe that's a weakness. If they have a righty heavy lineup, then he is also at a big disadvantage. But if you know how to pitch with Sale, I think you're okay with him. But yeah, he's kind of he's pretty shaky there. So he's like kind of a boomer bust type of starting pitcher. All right, number 8 is Scherzer. Scherzer is my number 8 pitcher in the game. Good per nines, a little bit on the wild side with 72 walks per nine, control at 84. Four seamer 95 is good at that upper level. Obviously not like hold the barn door, ma. The cows are getting out because it's too windy and they're getting tipped over by that hurricane tornado. So slider at 85 is nice. Change 82, so there's a nice 13 mile per hour difference between the fastball change. Cutter at 88's got good movement in the curve. I also kind of like it. Now Scherzer, I've gotten beat up a little bit with him coming up the ranks. So that's why I kind of rate him a little lower than he's not my highest rated live series starting pitcher. But he's kind of like a pretty good jack of all trades in this game. Maybe not a master of none. But yeah, I had a little not the greatest in any individual pitch, but just solid overall card. Number 8, I'm going to go with DeGrom. DeGrom is number 8. Four seamer that hits 97. You get that. I think I've seen that pumped up to like 99, 100 almost. Have I seen a 100 out of DeGrom? Maybe just a 99. But per nine's a little bit worse than Mr. Scherzer, but the changeup, slider, curveball all play off it nicely. I like what he brings better. For some reason, I guess I could look at the stats for him. For some reason, he just misses bats, and people aren't able to handle that fastball changeup combo, and along with the slider. So good movement on that slider, good little pull of the string on the changeup. So that's why I like DeGrom as the best live series, especially when he's playing up. You gotta be using this card. So pretty good all around card too, but really has the hot heat, which you kind of look for in a pitcher. All right, number 6, we're going up to Jake Arrieta. Now, why is this card so good? His sinker at 95. It is so hard for the opponents to hit. I think you want to throw the sinker like 90, like not 90. Sorry, like 69% of the time, maybe 60% of the time. Throw it high, throw it low, throw it all over the zone. Sinkers are hard to hit. It's not like a cutter where if you leave a cutter, I mean, obviously if you leave a sinker over the middle, they can square it up and put it for distance. But even so, because it goes right at the end, like a lot of people, because that Legend or Hall of Fame, you need pretty good PCI control. They see it, they square it up, and then it's like, oh, it gotcha. A little bit lower than that, and they ground the ball out. So even high sinkers, because they look like they're coming down, they look like they're gonna break a little bit more, like a curve or a slider. So a sinker's got good downward action, even high. It's hard to hit them out of the park. Even high pitches, like that's the biggest danger of throwing high is home runs given up, and the sinker doesn't seem to really be punished as much as it should. So decent curve, decent slider. The other ones like changeup, like they're nothing special. That's his issue. Like you want to throw the change, you don't want to have that changeup be in the zone because they're gonna punish you for it. Same with the slider. He will hang the slider from time to time, and it gets frustrating. His curve doesn't have a ton of break either. So to Arrieta, Wise got one pitch that's just amazing. The rest of it, his combo isn't anything special. But that's just from what I've used him for. But let me know what you guys think of all these cards and who your rankings are. Number 5. This one is not on the live series list. Actually, these next couple aren't going to be. So this one, I'm gonna go to my squad. No, do I have him on my squad? Yeah, I do have him on my squad. This one is Vida Blue. I have not been able to pitch with him yet, but I faced him a couple times, and good lord, 97. Like I said, 97 fastball. That is some cheese. I think he hit 100 against me. So I think 97 get up to 100. Changeup. It's. I've seen his changeup get into like the 79-ish area. Being able to throw a 20-mile-per-hour difference between your fastball and changeup, it's devastating, especially the higher levels. It's so hard to, like, if you're keyed up for that fastball and they pull a string on you, you look like an idiot. So, although it doesn't have a slider, I really like that combo. I think that combo is one of the most powerful combos in the game. That distance between the fastball changeup, it plays really well. So, also, he's a little bit wild with the walks per 9, but his hits per 9, K per 9, both 96. Very hard to hit him. And even when you square him up, even when I squared him up, ball did not fly. Man's not hot. So, I like this Vida Blue card quite a bit, at least not going against him. I didn't like him. That's why he's my number 5. Number 4, Hershiser is, I think, the Dodgers collection. Again, another powerful sinker. Another great combo is that sinker cutter combo. He's got a lot of movement on both. So when you sink one way then cut the other, like even if they have a good eye, and like say you're going against a righty and you're throwing sinkers off the edge and they start laying off it, you throw a cutter that starts outside, they're like, okay, I lay off it, and then it cuts into the zone. It really messes with their mind, and it like people do that to me, and it mind fucks me, and I do it to other people, and I could just tell they're like, oh no, oh I can't believe he did that. So the cutter acts like a slider too because it's got some good movement. So you can both throw it to righties, you can throw it going off the plate like a slider, or going coming back in like a backdoor slider, but a cutter that they think is going to be a sinker. So a lot of versatility with the sinker cutter combo. Absolutely enjoy it, and especially then a changeup at 78 is nice. Obviously doesn't have the top end velocity. Four seamer is only at 93. I don't really throw the four seamer when I'm using this guy. It's basically all sinker cutter change, and then maybe drop the hammer on him once in a while if you have him looking high sinker. Then you drop the curve and you're like, oh, woof, I'm a little off on that one. So that's a nice card. I honestly, even at 4, I might even have him higher than maybe I should have him higher than this next card, but I have not used it. I've only seen it. Madison Bumgarner, I'm not quite there to him yet. I'll be getting him, the immortal Bumgarner, at number 3, my number 3 ranked pitcher. Great stats across the board on per 9s, great control. I just want to see, because he's got a windup that's pretty easy to see for some reason, easy to read out of the hand. So that's what I'm most concerned about this card. But I want to see how his 20-mile-per-hour difference between his fastball, curveball plays. Changeup low 80s, slider, cutter. Apparently it moves quite a bit. So this is one basically I'm grading on reputation stats alone. Versus I've never gone against him, never used him yet because he just came out in the game a few days ago. So that's why he's number 3 for me. Very nice. The next cards are not going to be cards that are acquirable through the market. You're gonna have to earn these. Number 2, Nolan Ryan, especially the higher levels, being able to try hit a 99 mile per hour fastball, even plus, along with a curve and circle change. Another 21 mile per hour difference. You can get up to like 25 mile per hour difference between the fastball and change. And then he's got a nice sinker too, sinker that moves a little, and then the curve too. So the only downside of this card is the control, which is why he's not number 1. If he had control up like, I don't know, 70s, 80s in there, he probably would be number 1 because of his velocity and changeup. But without that, he's number 2, and number 1 is clearly Kershaw in my mind, because this guy, if you've played against him, even on All-Star, he's tough to hit, but Hall of Fame above, yeah, this is somebody you're gonna see a lot this year. Ryan, Kershaw, Bumgarner, get used to facing those 3 consistently. Not too hard to get any of them. Obviously, if you choose Vlad instead of Bumgarner or the other ones, but expect to see a lot of Kershaw. This guy is great for a reason, so go against practice mode, practice against him for hours, because this guy is going to tear you up. The curveball, fastball combo, that's rough. That is rough, but I think the better combo is almost the fastball slider. So load your lineup with righties and see if you can't lay off that slider, but it is glorious. So those are my top 10. Right now we're going to go to notables, I guess. So let's go to notables. I left off Christy Mathewson from my list. Great screwball, curveball, mile per hour based off the 4-seamer. He doesn't have overpowering stuff. Hits per 9, K per 9 isn't like in the 90s, so that isn't great. He's very control focused though. So solid overall pitcher, but I don't know if he's good enough to really crack the top 10 in my opinion. We'll filter by starting pitchers. Who else is notable? That's actually auctionable. Then we'll go to the unauctionable guys. Walter Johnson made the notable list. Fastball, curveball, changeup. I really wish he had a slider, but hits per 9, he's gonna get squared up a bit. PCI is gonna be a bit bigger for the opponent than you really kind of want. So that's why he got kind of left off the list. Is that hits per 9 being too low means he's gonna get dotted up, I guess, in the outfield by the Ichiros and all. Well, basically every single PCI will be very big. Hornsby, Mays, although Mays everybody's struggling with. Gwynn especially. So he's there. Another one I left off. I guess I left off Seaver too. All these guys down here. Oswalt, Just Smith. I really like Oswalt. He's been dinged up for me a little bit, but that nice 4-seam curve combo, very similar to the Kershaw combo with those two with the mile per hour differences. But then a good slider, sinker, changeup, other stuff too. Like that hits per 9. They'll drop quite a few hits on you too. But he's got great stuff. If you keep away from their bat, which is hard, but easier said than done. But he's got the stuff to kind of do that. So hits per 9 needs to be raised a little bit, maybe on his next card. But otherwise, get good stuff. Feller, again, another flamethrower. But it's hard to control him. Maybe not the best at control, kind of similar to Ryan that way. But solid stuff there. Good card too. See where it is. Kerry Wood left off. Good stuff. Hard to control. And where is... Okay, maybe not. All right, let's go to Team Affinities. Team Affinities for a couple other ones. Cubs. Oh, wait. Shoot, what is Wood and Pryor? I forgot where Pryor was. I'll have to look. I'll look into my lineup collection for him. Team Affinity, Giant, Juan Marshall. Good stuff. Really good screwball. Changeup being that much difference than the fastball. Like I said, powerful combo. One of the best in the game, if not the best. Fastball, changeup combo. This guy really pulls the string on you, makes you look goofy. Maybe not the greatest per 9s there, the K per 9. Yeah, we'll just look at Pryor as another one. Otherwise, that will be it for the notables. How do you get? I think it's a pre-order. I don't. He should have been on. He should have been on the auctionable. I may have just overlooked them. It's late at night. Sorry, guys. Pryor, another one. Four-seamer. Slurves are really nice in this game. If you guys have gone against a slurve, you know what I'm talking about. Curveball, changeup, and a decent four-seam velocity. Nothing overpowering, but decent. Very decent. So that's my top 10 and then my notables. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you want to see more of this. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.